What are we two Timmers here? Now since I'm doing my reviews for the Candyman movies, here's my review for the Dark film. And that is of course Candyman Day of the Dead. Alright, Very Much Flesh was not a good film, but Day of the Dead is maybe even worse. Like, I'm not even the only one who thinks so. It literally has a 9% Rotten Tomatoes. It's a horrible dirty stomach. You know, the original, of course, like, is an exploration of folklore and urban legends, while the second also continues those things, but the third one just gets so lost in its attempt to translate these folklores, and it just does not work so well. This time around, you've got Caroline McKeever, played by Donna D'Errico, who conjures up like the spirits of her relative Dana Robitel, who's of course aka Candyman, who, like I said, was a African American parent who was lynched by the white mob generations before Dana, who wants Caroline to join him in his vengeance, and he begins murdering her friends one by one and making her appear responsible for the killings. And Caroline tries to convince this racist police officer named L.V. Sacker, played by Robert O'Reilly, that the real culprit is, of course, Daniel, aka the famous Candyman killer. Sorry about that. And this movie, believe it or not, even takes place in 2020. So yeah, it pretty much takes place like 25 years before the events of the second film, and so we're like the ghost of killer ends up returning once again beyond the grave, and this time during the eve of Day of the Dead to haunt L.A. Art Gallery, Caroline McKeever. And I gotta say, Tony Todd, while the sequel is also terrible, I would say Tony Todd is still so good with these movies. He plays the character really well. He embodies the role of Candyman. Tony Todd is just the man. And you also had some other intriguing cast members in this too. Like, you actually had Ernie Hudson Jr., who's of course the son of Ghostbusters actor Ernie Hudson. You also had Lupe Onatarios, who of course played Selena's killer in the original Selena movie. You also had Labondo Boer was also in this. You had some really good cast members, but sad to say their acting in this was not so good. The script was terrible. I mean, this is pretty much the last Candyman we had until the recent one. I mean, of course, after Candyman 3, there was like other attempts at doing more Candyman. Like, I'm not even joking. There was even a they were actually even thinking about doing a Candyman versus Leprechaun movie, which that sounded dumb. I love Freddy versus Jason, but Candyman versus Leprechaun, that sounded like the most dumb one. But of course, the title pretty much plays on George A. Romero's classic Day of the Dead. So, I mean, he's pretty much coming up as if he's a zombie more than a ghost, really. But of course, the film does have some pretty dumb jump scares. This movie just doesn't really do anything. Like, it's a pretty bland dirty stomach. I mean, yeah, this is definitely not a good one. So, like I said, besides the recent Candyman film, before that one, the only good one they had was the original. So, hey, now we got two good Candymans, two bad Candymans now. So we're 2 for 2 here. Anyway, let me lead you guys. Have you ever seen Candyman Day of the Dead? If so, what's up? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Drop comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Timmy signing out.